Hello, good morning everyone, and welcome to this particular video. I'm just making a video about the latest Alephium bridge feature that was launched and revamped, its advantages, and what it potentially means for the Alephium ecosystem and the entire cryptocurrency market. Okay, currently, for example, when you talk about the Uniswap decentralized exchange and the PancakeSwap decentralized exchange, these are the two greatest and the biggest decentralized exchanges, and there's so many other ones. Currently, Uniswap is trading almost approximately $5.97 billion, and the PancakeSwap is heading to $3 billion. That's a lot of volume. That's a lot of money that if we can look for a way to bridge with them and bring it into our ecosystem, it would bring tremendous profit and a lot of advantages for our users and the Alephium ecosystem at large. Okay, so currently, if you look at this platform, this is just a very simple and intuitive platform that is covering the bridge that I've been talking about. Currently, you can see that this is a platform that links from the Ethereum platform to the Alephium platform. Okay, so if you have an Ethereum wallet, decentralized wallet address, akin to that what you make use of in your MetaMask or Trust wallet, you can just connect it here, and you can bridge your tokens from the Ethereum token to the Alephium token. For example, if you just click on this part, you see the options of Binance Smart Chain too. We can also do that for Binance Smart Chain, okay, which is a native token for the Binance ecosystem, which is a product of PancakeSwap. So you can just seamlessly link your tokens to this particular ecosystem, the Binance Smart Chain and the Alephium and the Ethereum Smart Chain. Our core development team prioritizes these two chains because they have the largest volume in the market, and bringing them to the Alephium ecosystem is actually beautiful. There are lots of advantages that comes with this decision that the core team has already made. For example, when this bridge, with the operation of this bridge now, we have more liquidity into our own ecosystem. Okay, we have an improved liquidity and capacity efficiency. Okay, so when we have more liquidity in a particular ecosystem, it means more transactional volume will be brought into that ecosystem. Instead of being trapped or segmented in various chains, it will be brought into that our own ecosystem. Less slippage. More liquidity means less slippage when executing trades. Okay, leading to potentially a better pricing. When you're carrying out transactions in decentralized exchanges, there's something they call slippage. It's like a kind of tolerance that determines the profit margin the executors have. When we have more liquidity, the slippage will be lower. Okay, to be lower so that you'll be able to carry out more and more transactions seamlessly. This was a problem we had when we had only one smart chain, which was the Ethereum chain. The liquidity became so high and the prices became so high, and it became discouraging. Then a transaction could cost $30-something, $80-something just to execute a transaction. But with the launch of various chains now, you find that liquidity is now affordable. You understand? So that's competition has set in. But now, bringing this ecosystem into these chains into our own Alephium ecosystem means that the price will become lower. Okay, so we have interoperability and greater access. Okay, so a bridge lets you move assets from one blockchain to another, which means you're not locked into one chain's ecosystem. Okay, that's what I've been trying to explain. So you can just move your assets, either coins or tokens developed in one particular chain. You can move them into our own chain and vice versa. That interoperability is there. That easy access to move your assets without going through the hassle of going to that chain and carrying out a transaction there. It reduces limitations. Okay, so now let's head into how this platform operates. We have seen the Ethereum logo and we've seen the Alephium logo. What this means is this is a bridge segment. This is a bridge segment. You can just move your Alephium tokens to the Ethereum tokens, and you can also move your Ethereum tokens to the Alephium tokens, vice versa. If we click on toggle on this, we'll click on the Binance Smart Chain. We can carry out the same transaction I just explained, the same action I just explained. Okay. Now, when you press here, we can see more options. Okay. For example, if you press the Explorer, it will lead you to Alephium's own proprietary Explorer. where you can see the various transactions that has happened between the chains. For example, token bridge, transfer of BSC, Binance Smart Chain, you know, from the Binance Smart Chain to the Alephium Chain with a bridge. Okay, you can see the Ethereum transactions that has also, been incurred. And here you can put your transaction hash ID and get a kind of transaction receipt for any transaction that has been carried out. Okay, so let's head back. We press this. We can also head here, press Alephium. It will redirect us back to our official website. Okay, so it's a very simple and intuitive platform, but nevertheless, it's filled with a lot of features. Okay, so I like how easy and intuitive this bridge is. I like it. It's not stressed. It's not complicated. It's not something that you need to be so tech savvy to be able to implement and make use of. So I just want to talk about this bridge, okay, and the benefits it brings to our own ecosystem. When you press history, if I log in now with my Binance Smart Chain address, my docket will be loaded here, and the history of the transactions I've been carrying out for the past 5, 6, or 7 years will be populated here. Okay, when you talk about recovery, you can be talking about recovering your phrases. Let's say your recovery phrases, though it's a very private information that you need to keep out at bay from scammers and all that, so that your assets will be safe. So that's it. In a nutshell, the bridge brings interoperability, it brings in more users into our own Alephium ecosystem, and also it brings in more liquidity. More liquidity means more money in our ecosystem. We can even spoil the price of our Alephium token. And lastly, it helps us reduce the slippage. When you're carrying out transactions now, it become cheaper. Like the slippage will become cheaper before you talk of the gas fee, which will make the ecosystem healthy and better for everyone. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section, or you can ask in our official Alephium Telegram group or in our Twitter channel, and we'll be glad to answer you. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next one. Take care and bye.